focus. Ideate, innovate, enable. Karnataka Bank, celebrating 100 years of trust. Media partner, CNBC-TV18.
The Karnataka Bank marked a significant milestone, celebrating its 100th year in a grand centenary event held at Mangalore. As part of this historic occasion, the bank proudly unveiled its new centenary building, a symbol of its enduring legacy. Inaugurated by Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar, this architectural marvel stands as a testament to a century of excellence and service. The centenary building not only commemorates a century of achievements but also serves as a captivating museum narrating the remarkable journey of Karnataka Bank from its inception in 1924 to the present day. It's a tribute to the visionaries and pioneers who laid the foundation for this esteemed institution. In addition to this, the event witnessed the unveiling of a special commemorative Rs 100 coin adorned with Karnataka Bank's centenary celebration logo. Alongside, a postcard and a special cover were revealed showcasing the iconic head office of Karnataka Bank's Dongarkeri branch along with portraits of its founding members.
Today, if the global organization of affairs of human beings is based on free intercourse between human beings. And therefore, we have two important values which nationally, domestically, and globally we need to look at. One is that we value our freedom, our liberty, our ability to create, innovate. Creation and innovation, I think, is something very fundamental to all our existence. And the more we create, the more we innovate, I think the good we produce. And then, but it's not merely creation, innovation, it must be for the public good. If a mere creation, innovation is for my private pleasure, it doesn't really earn the credit of civilized values. Therefore, creation, innovation, which is part of liberty and freedom, but doing that for the purpose of public good is the most important, connected set of values. How do we really marry these two values? Constitutions notwithstanding, laws notwithstanding, we have these challenges which are to be managed at a different social level. And that's where I think institutions which are product of imagination assumes important. So I think Karnataka Bank, the first leg of its next 100 years of journey, will begin with a Bharat Jodo Yatra of a different kind. Namely, a unification of the people of this country, where Kanyakumari and Kashmir will be united by banking services. By banking services, I think, I also told him that I will be able to accompany him to Kashmir at an early point of time and to hoist the flag of Karnataka Bank in the wonderful land of Kashmir. So let's have a Kanyakumari to Kashmir Karnataka Yatra, which can begin today. I'll be too happy to be part of that yatra.
MD Beda mentioned that we do not have promoters. Yes. None of the descendants of the original promoters have any significant stake. All the directors of the board are independent except the executive directors. So our governance structure is ideal and leading to greater transparency. We are called an old generation private sector bank, but our governance structure is akin to any new age private sector bank.
Today we all are in Mangalore. This is a land of banking. This is a land of rich culture. This is land of God's own country. This is a land of education. This is a land of entrepreneurs. It is a land of rich scenery where big sea is there, port is there, railway is there, roadway is there, and international port is there. But still today, Today, we are in a very difficult stage. I don't want to speak politics. I don't want to mix politics from that. But you all have to work. Karnataka, the base, Karnataka Bank base is in Bangalore. You should see that this Dakshina Kannada, the Udupi, coastal Mangalore, should not vanish on the Indian scenery. You have a very big history. No place in Karnataka has such a big history. The number of schools here on quality education, the number of engineering colleges here, number of medical colleges here, I think nowhere in the country such a quality of education is there. You are producing the vibrant manpower of this country. Vibrant manpower. Every man. Why I am telling you is this. You have started CSR before CSR came into existence. I want Karnataka Bank to make a study how we have to take forward to save this land. Because all my brothers and sisters of this place, they are very well qualified. Very big banks are here. Very big hospitals are here. Very big sound land is here. Port is here. But all of them are moving outside to Bangalore. They are moving to Mumbai. They are moving to Saudi Arabia. Their talent pool is going out of this land. Please work out a CSR. Come out, present a document to the state to see that this land has to be protected and the future of this state and this Dakshina Kannada has to be protected. Before Karnataka came to existence, you had Karnataka Bank with you. The name was being there. I have come here to tell that Karnataka government stands committed to support Karnataka Bank in whatever way we can.
Karnataka Bank, celebrating 100 years of trust. Media partner, CNBC-TV18.
Hello and welcome to this very special event that we are celebrating here from the city of Mangalore in the state of Karnataka, and that is right behind me. Indeed, we are celebrating 100 years of Karnataka Bank. And many of you may not know this, but Karnataka Bank is one of the oldest private sector banks in the country. It's got a very rich legacy, but at the same time, it has been undergoing a metamorphosis. So let's find out a little bit more from its newly minted Managing Director and CEO. Hi there, Shri Krishna, for joining us. Shri, may I call you Shri?
Of course, you can. Yeah,
so Shri, thank you for joining us on CNBC. And as I said, you've just been 8 months into your new role at Karnataka Bank, but the bank itself has a huge legacy, a rich history, and we are standing here in this very interesting museum that you've built specially on this occasion. Tell us a little bit about the history of Karnataka Bank, and we've got the founding fathers there, a long line of them. A little bit about the founding fathers and really the principles that it's built on.
Thank you very much for having me on the show and for doing this, specifically on this huge milestone occasion for Karnataka Bank. So as you know, 1924 is when the bank was founded by these illustrious leaders. And all of them were very simple people, but very knowledgeable people. They had knowledge on agriculture, they had knowledge on small businesses. And this is a bank which actually started lending to smaller people, the smaller businesses. So it did not really do the let's say the organic way of starting a bank with deposit seeking businesses, etc. So they were actually serving the people. So that was the initial
and serving
intent.
The farmers, right? So let's turn to this side of the montage which is here. You said 1924 is when it began, and thereafter there are several key milestones. So they began by serving farmers, and how has the bank sort of moved on from there? Because its legacy is in Karnataka, right?
So this bank has got a very rich legacy, and it has started in Karnataka, remained in Karnataka for a while. But having said that, they started acquiring banks. There were a couple of consolidation moves that the bank had done. They had acquired banks in 1960, 2 of them, and then over a period of time, actually opened up the branches outside of Karnataka also. So all this is captured, and this, by the way, is a Centenary building where you are. And within the Centenary building, the entire ground floor has been dedicated to capture the entire history, capturing documents such as our first balance sheet, to our first articles and memorandum of association, to various other documents from our archives which are lying either at the branches or at various other offices. We have
That's
put them all
fascinating.
together because this is something which is going to remain forever, talking about the history of the 100 years, but also preparing ourselves for the next 100 years. So this is where I think, this is, it's significant for us, and also the fact that the core founders, what they actually started off doing is something that we want to continue as a legacy.
So as I said, and as you were telling us, it started by, helping farmers, getting them loans, and we've got some very interesting visuals here of dispersal for cattle loan at a branch, and so many, there's a goat loan picture
Yeah,
as well. But it moved on from there, right? It wasn't just about serving the farmers, also smaller businesses, because Mangalore has a very rich history of entrepreneurship.
So Mangalore has actually, it was a knowledge capital, right? 22 banks originated from this region of Dakshin Karnataka. And there, over a period of time, these banks got consolidated. But having said that, now today, as we speak to you, Karnataka Bank is the only private sector bank, or for that matter, the only bank which is standing tall from Karnataka, which is headquarters in Mangalore. Now, what it means is that the kind of businesses that the bank has entered into are sustainable. One, creates an impact because of our 1.3 crore customers base that we have. The third is the wide variety. So we focus on rural and agri. We focus a lot on SME and MSME. We focus a lot on entrepreneurship, which is like startups where the loans, we help them to build the businesses. So we have been serving families, individuals. We've been serving families for education loans for their kids to go abroad or to even go for higher studies in other parts of Karnataka.
So don't just think of the bank in terms of a rural setting. It's doing so much more. But and tell me a little bit about, you mentioned a lot about the core values. And these days, with all that's happening in the banking space and with the regulator also coming down hard, but Karnataka Bank has always been very focused on its core values. Share with us some of that. In fact, if the camera can just pan there is a wonderful commandment of bank employees. So clearly serving the customer, and if you can just go here, it says, attend to customers first, right? So very interesting. Smile and greet every customer pleasantly. So, clearly customer first would you say, is one of its core values?
Karnataka Bank is very well known for its superior service culture at the branches. And that's because the starting point, which has been done by the founders and over a period of time continued by all our colleagues across the country. Now, there are some other unique factors as far as Karnataka Bank is concerned. One is that it is known for responsible banking. Responsibility not only for the bank, but also responsibility when it comes to the customer. Because of this, all the 99 years that we have been existing, we have actually made net profits. All the 99 years, that's one. The second is that who are the stakeholders? We have to obviously reward the stakeholders. 96 out of the 99 years, we have actually rewarded the stakeholders by paying them dividends. Barring the years of COVID when there was a regulatory compulsion for not declaring dividends. And of course, you are in the Centenary building, the adjacent head office building was constructed somewhere in the mid-70s. During that time, because of the capex, they had to conserve capital. So that is also the reason that the bank did not declare dividends during the year. But 96 out of the 99-year track record on dividends is also reflecting on the responsibility.
So it makes the customers happy, it makes its stakeholders happy, and it's been keeping the regulator on the right side as well. And what's fascinating to me as we go through the annals of history here is how the bank has sort of kept up with the times and really tried to evolve. And while it's called Karnataka Bank, and you were telling me a very interesting story about how it's called Karnataka Bank even before Karnataka was named as a state.
20 years before even Karnataka state was formed, right? The bank named itself as Karnataka Bank. So that's like, a real foresight, right? That's one part. The second part is about even agri loans. The norms related to priority sector lending, direct agri, all the requirements which are imposed by the regulator. Now those were actually followed even much before such regulations came into being. So that again reflects on the impact and the socio-economic requirement that this bank was serving.
Right, so very conscious of who it was serving, the needs of the time, and very interesting as we speak, though we are in the middle of that building, but actually this is the building that we are standing in.
Yeah,
if I can come to the other side, just share with us a little bit about really what this building signifies. You have the old corporate building which is next door, but this is the new one which has been built.
This building was dedicated to the founders by the current management to make sure that we want to create a milestone whereby we reflect two things. One is that the ground floor where we are currently of this building is a museum which captures the entire archives, all of the documents, as I said, which pertain to Karnataka Bank right from inception. The second part is that what we want to be. We have been known as Karnataka Bank, but Karnataka Bank limits itself in terms of geography. So recently we have launched a campaign where we call ourselves that we are actually Bharat Ka Karnataka Bank. 1/3 of our branches are outside of Karnataka. More importantly, the neighboring states outside Karnataka, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, each one of them have more than 50 branches. So that means that we are not bad in every economic pocket in the country, whether it's Gujarat, Delhi, NCR, Punjab, or Madhya Pradesh, UP, for instance, East and Northeast, we have branches. So we are serving rural, we are serving retail, we are serving SMEs and MSMEs, and more importantly, we are there for the people to become more entrepreneurial, and this is something that's a culture that we are promoting from Karnataka Bank.
Let's find out a little bit more about that story. Shri, I'm going to ask you to take me into the new Karnataka Bank, which is Bharat Ka Karnataka Bank. Let's go ahead, follow me as we talk and find out a little bit more about the legacy of this bank.
Karnataka Bank, celebrating 100 years of trust. Media partner, CNBC-TV18.
Welcome back to our special showcase where we are celebrating right here in Mangalore 100 years of Karnataka Bank. And in the first half, we discovered the legacy of Karnataka Bank right from its nascent days in Mangalore and how it's now spread out to be Bharat Ka Karnataka Bank. I have with me Managing Director and CEO Shri here, right here with me. And Shri, now this is the second part of the journey, right? The first part was about the legacy and the core values which continue to drive the bank. And now it's about the metamorphosis. What special role does digitization and the digital bank play in as far as the future of Karnataka Bank is concerned?
See, one of the key things is the fundamentals of the bank. The fundamentals of the bank, which is the core values, we are not here to destroy that and we want to continue that, and the core of the bank will remain. So that I call it as what is the run the bank. Run the bank part, which is run it efficiently, run it more organized, run it, centralized, all those kind of management techniques is something that, we'll be doing. The second part is that we want to grow the bank. Has the bank been really outbound looking, outward looking? So have we created a sales culture? Have we created a product culture in the bank to become more competitive in the market, etc.? That's something that we have introduced in the last about 6 to 8 months, where we have created a sales organization and we have created a product organization. And this is what I call as grow the bank, which is essentially from where we are, building on the core values of the bank, grow the bank. But the third part, what you talked about, which is the digital bank of the future, is something that we will build, but not really on our own. We are building it through collaborations. So this place where you are currently is housing on the same ground floor where we had the museum talking about the past 100 years as to how the next 100 years of the bank is going to be, where we are building all applications with collaborations with fintechs, technology companies and other partners who will originate, who will develop the platforms, who will actually co-work with us to make sure that we are developing very, very superior products and delivering it to the market.
Very interesting. You spoke about the kind of product innovation and the offerings, and we have some very interesting kiosks here, which I'm sure customers can use and interact with.
These are all demos that we have set up here, and over a period of time we'll be introducing them into the market. These are all AI and ML based, and each one of them have coverage of different products.
And this whole arena demonstrates the vision that you have for the future. But Having said that, concerns about, data security, privacy, these are all concerns that one has.
Top of our mind, and it will remain always, because securing the bank, securing the customers, more importantly, is our motto, and that's something that we will never compromise. We have the highest levels of security, and making sure that there is no invasive opportunity for anyone to do this.
And talking about where we started, and I thought this was a wonderful place in which we can actually end our conversation, because it says here, we started with Karnataka Bank, 100 years of legacy, began with serving the farmers, and now we are ending with Karnataka Bank, digital bank of the future. Tell us a little bit more about that vision.
So the theme that we took for our Centenary celebrations is actually banking with a legacy, but embracing the future. So what is the future all about? If you look at our homes, if you look at our offices, if you look at businesses, everywhere they are connected. So we are in the connected world.
I know you have a busy day ahead, Shri, but congratulations once again on this important centenary and the vision that you have for the future. All the very best. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us on the show.
Karnataka Bank, celebrating 100 years of trust. Media partner, CNBC-TV18.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.